Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. More Newcastle United transfer news. Plenty to get into today. It is now confirmed that there will be no new signings in for Leeds tomorrow. It's past the deadline. Eddie Howe came out in the press conference, and to be fair to him, I've spoken quite vocally about it. He's been very expressive and he hasn't held back, which we'll get into in the video. As always guys, you are new to the channel, make sure to get down there, subscribe, smash like button, enjoy, appreciate your support as always. Like I said, Leeds away tomorrow. I will be down there in the hospitality seats. I'm looking forward to that game. It's cost me an arm and leg to get down there, so please, Newcastle, turn up. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get into the news. While on the topic of Leeds away, this is their injury list for the match tomorrow. My word, look at that injury list. There's no Bamford, there's no Phillips, there's no Firpo. We have got to be all over that team. This reminds me quite a lot of Leicester away. We went down Leicester away a couple of days after they played Napoli. The players were exhausted, they were injured, some of them had COVID. We went down there and we capitulated. We lost 4-0. My word, that was a bad game. We were played out the park. We never looked like scoring in that game. And that was a match we should have won all day long. So that's how it happened against Leicester. Tomorrow against Leeds has to be different. We'll speak about the transfers more after that game. We can't worry about transfers now. It's not going to happen for the match tomorrow. We have got to focus on that game. We've got to go down there. We've got to try and win. There's no other excuse. We've got to go to Leeds and try and win that game. That's a team around us in the table. If they win, it's going to be very hard for us to get around these teams now. It really is. Quick update regarding the Diego Carlos situation. Fabrizio Romano, I think you put that on about 2 in the morning. I remember screenshotting about that time. He's came out and said that Newcastle is still trying to get him. They're really insistent in getting him. So if you want to keep him, we know Diego Carlos wants to move to the club. Newcastle, we've got to put the big bucks in now. There's no more this, oh, let's try and get it as cheap as possible. This club will not sell unless we pay them big money. And that's what it's going to be in this deal. You either pay the big money or we don't. That's the only way I can see this one going forward now. We'll see within the next couple of days what the club does. But yeah, as a quick update regarding Diego Carlos. Let's talk about the Jessie Lingard story now. My word, yesterday this one was really ticking me off. So Luke Edwards, in the space of 1 hour, came out and said that Newcastle are going to try and get him on a permanent. And then we're going to try and get him on a loan. I don't know what was going on yesterday. My mind was just completely frazzled. I didn't even bother making a video on it because my head was just gone. So pretty much the story is that Jessie Lingard wants to join Newcastle on a loan. He is keen on the club. He wants to come on a loan. However, he does not want to come on a permanent. Now, Manchester United, they want Jessie Lingard to go out on a permanent. They don't want to keep him anymore. They do not want to loan him out, though. They want him to go completely. My guess is that Lingard does not want the chance of playing Championship football next season. So that's why he wants to go out on a loan. So he wants a loan. The club wants a permanent. Newcastle are screwed no matter what, yeah. Because one thing wants one and another thing wants another. We haven't got a chance here. Someone has to come to an agreement here. Someone has to budge. Lingard has to agree to come on a permanent because otherwise he's going to be stuck on a bench playing for Manchester United when he doesn't want to play there. I mean, Ragnick came out in his press conference saying he's not going to discuss this situation, but he would be willing to keep him until the end of the season. It doesn't matter what happens, though. His contract expires in 6 months. He will be out of the club on a free in the summer. At this moment of time, that's what things are going to look like. Lingard is not willing to go on a permanent. He wants a chance to go elsewhere if things go pear-shaped for Newcastle. We can take advantage of it. I think we can do a permanent deal for him. But if we were relegated and we've got like a clause or something that lets him go elsewhere and loan, I think we could potentially get some deals in there or add some extra money or something. I reckon we could do something to encourage the player to come over. But he did still a bit of a pain in the arse, is the best way of putting it. If we can get an arm midfielder in, do that, because Lingard just seems to be dodgy here. I wouldn't trust him completely. If we can get someone else in, do it. But if not, though, we've got to get a midfielder in, though. The midfielder's been struggling all season long. They need support urgently. Finally, in the transfer news, there's reports about Zapata and Leno coming out from yesterday. I'm not going to talk about it in a minute, though, because there's not enough reports on it, really. I'm not going to just put random garbage in the screen anymore. You've seen it in this transfer, and there's all sorts of rubbish coming out. I'm going to put what I believe on. And if I see some rubbish, I'm going to try my best to avoid it because it is getting frustrating for fans now. It's not good, is it? There's a lot of people that are taking advantage of this transfer window. Like I said before, we've got to focus on the game against Leeds. Then we look at potential signs next week onwards. Another thing for Newcastle is that we will be in Saudi Arabia next week for training. It's good to see that. I think training in Saudi Arabia, 1, the facilities are going to be much better than what we have. And 2, I think the temperature will highly benefit the team as well. I think it'll be harder for them to train, which is good. I think this team does need to work harder in training. It's going to be a good team bonding exercise for them. I think all the players will be able to get along with each other a lot more. It'll just be a good experience for them. It'll be something for them to take back to Newcastle and It has to improve on the pitch. If this experience doesn't do anything, it's a waste of time. This team has to come back better. I'm hoping the Leeds match tomorrow will get them a result, get them some confidence. I'm hoping that boost in Saudi Arabia will benefit them. Regarding transfer, I'm not too sure if they're doing medicals in Newcastle or Saudi Arabia. My guess would be in Saudi Arabia. I imagine the medical team will just go there and get the medicals done so they can train straight away. If not, though, then again, I'll be on standby. Newcastle to catch them coming in. So yeah, quick update regarding that. I think the experience will be good for him and a better improvement on the pitch. Because if we don't get the correct signs in, it'll be very hard to stay up this season. Very hard. Let's speak about Eddie Howe now. He's came out in the press conference today. A lot of things has been said. A lot of fans have actually kicked off with him. They haven't been happy with some of the things he said. But we get into it. He came out and announced there's going to be no signs for the game tomorrow. He's disappointed, frustrated with the week that's happened, just like everyone else is. Again, if you guys are frustrated, imagine what the new owners will be thinking. They'll be fuming, I imagine. It's not going to help us tomorrow, but again, we've got to go down there and do what we can with what we have. Regarding the signings, though, next week, again, we're going to be going in for the likes of Diego Carlos, Jessie Lingard. It's no secret anymore. We're going to have to pay big bucks to get these players in. Teams aren't budging. They know how much money Newcastle have. They know who Newcastle are now. They want money. Anyway, fans are criticising Eddie Howe because he wasn't slagging the players off. He was saying that this team is good enough to stay up as it is. Now, originally, I don't agree with that. I do think this team will go down if you don't make any more signs. However, the manager is obviously not going to slag the players off. That's the worst thing a manager can do, is come out and slag the players off. It doesn't matter what happens in his transfer window. He has to get that team going. If he came out and started slagging individual players off, we would get nowhere. It would be the worst possible thing you can do. I don't agree with Eddie Howe, but I understand why he's saying it. He's obviously protecting the players, which makes sense. So I don't get how people can criticise him for saying that team's good enough to stay up. We all know that's incorrect, but he's obviously not going to slag the players off. He's literally the manager. But anyway, here's a stat for you. 2016, Newcastle played Aston Villa. We have 7 players in that squad that are still playing today compared to Villa's 0. That's the problem there. That's down to nobody else but Mike Ashley. That crook of an owner, it's down to him. We've still got the same players. The sell-by date and some of those players are expired, and it shows in that football pitch. Some of them are not good enough anymore, and that's why we're on the bottom 3. It's down to that crook Mike Ashley. Again, another statement here from a fan. It doesn't matter what new owners do in this transfer window. They can't fix the 14 years of neglect that's been left by the owner. They can only do so much in such little time. They'll work the horses off. They will get deals, and I'm sure they will. But it might not be enough this season. We might go down this season. The new owners can only do so much, though. They can't rebuild decades of crap left by the previous owner. They can't do that. There's only so much they can do. I'm sure they'll do everything they can. But if the worst thing happens this season, we go down, I am confident we'll walk the league, we'll come back up and we will rebuild. I'm sure we'll do that. But the point is we have a future now. But yeah, enough about thinking about that future though. We've still got a transfer window. We've still got half a season. We've still got a transfer window. We've still got matches to be played. Get out there, get the job done. We can stay up this season. But anyway, guys, that's it from me. Not being another video on the channel tonight unless something drastic happens. I'll see all Leeds away tomorrow. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm sure Newcastle can do something tomorrow. If not, though, then again, you hear my thoughts on the vlog tomorrow. Take care, guys. I appreciate your support. And yes, I'll see you on the next one.